So this is the gold-silver ratio graphed over time. That's all it is. So you can see it just kind of bobs around. It goes up a bit, comes down a bit, goes up a bit, comes down a bit. Most graphs that people want to see is something that goes up and to the right, like the hockey stick. And they think, okay, yeah, I bought here and I sold here and I've made this much. With the gold-silver ratio, we don't really want that. We like it to just ping pong around, and you'll understand that as we go through. So this is a graph that's kind of just up a bit, down a bit, up a bit, down a bit with the gold-silver ratio is a good graph. We like this. So from this gold-silver ratio, we can work out what to buy. And at this point, when we say the ratio is 84, it doesn't really mean anything to you. You don't really have any context. Is that good? Is it high? Is it low? It's like if you've ever been to the doctors and had a test and they say, oh, your so-and-so level is 5.2. And you go, is that high? What should it be? What's the normal range? And they say, well, the normal range is 1 to 4. So you're 5.2. You're really kind of at the high end. And with the gold-silver ratio, from this, you'll understand what is high and what is low, and you'll get a bit of an idea about it. So what we do is we say, we put a line in at 60, because 60, 65, somewhere around there is the average over time. Like over the last 50 years, the average has been around 60, 65, something like that. So we put a line in at 60. We put a line at 80, and we put a line in at 40 as well. And what we do for ourselves is we say, if the ratio is 60 today, and we are buying metals with cash, we're buying metals, we would buy 50% silver and 50% gold. Because it's at the average, it's in the middle. It's not saying it's heavily in silver territory and it's not heavily in gold. It's just in the middle. So we're good. We don't know whether it's going to go up from here or down from here. So let's do 50-50. Yeah, we hedge our bets. If the ratio is 80 or above, we would buy 100% silver. And remember, going back to what we just said, when the ratio goes up, gold is relatively expensive and silver is cheap. We're northern, we want to buy what is cheap. So when it goes up, silver territory, 80 and above, and we would buy 100% silver. Does that make sense so far?
So, Lee, is this like for a bar, or is it the coins as well, or just silver in general?
Adam? This is just buying metals with cash.
Right.
So, because what we're doing is we're comparing the price of gold with the price of silver. Okay. So we're saying which one is relatively cheap right now, which is a good buy, which is good value for money compared to the other one. Yeah. That's it. So we're just comparing the two. Okay. Mm-hmm. So for us, 80 and above is silver territory. 60 is kind of 50-50, and 40 and below is gold territory. Okay. Now, if the ratio was 79, would we go, right, let's work out exactly, would we buy a little bit of gold? If it's 79, we're buying 100% silver. Like, it's not so hard and fast that there's no flexibility, but we have to draw the line somewhere. There has to be some point. So we say, 18 above roughly, that's what we're doing. So does that make sense so far?
Yep. Yeah. Now you've put the gold part on the bottom, I understand it more.
Yeah. So all we're doing is we're using the gold-silver ratio. The first application is to tell us, or to help us give a guide, a quantifiable number on what to buy. So new cash coming in, we can work out what is good value to buy. And if you only use the gold-silver ratio for that purpose only, you'd be winning. Because people often ask us, well, what's better to buy? Is it gold or is it silver? What performs best, gold or silver? Or do I buy 50-50 or what? And it's really difficult for us to give an opinion, because some people they say, well, I want to make the most money. And we go, it's a really difficult question to answer. But here you've got a quantifiable thing where we can say, look, this is what we would do today, because the ratio is 84, 85. Silver's cheap compared to gold, so we would actually buy silver. Okay, have I missed anything, James?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Not at all. It benefits anybody wherever you are in the world, wherever you are. It's a massive advantage in itself, just knowing this. If we'd followed this right at the very beginning, we did start following it after a year or so, didn't we? But again, if we started following this alone right at the very beginning, we'd have been better off now, So
Yeah.
yeah, massive advantage.
So
Oh, they're absolutely great strategic tips.
yes.